Is the melanin on? Is the melanin on? Is the melanin? Come on in the room. Hey, come on in the room, y'all. We gonna get this together. We gonna get this together. We are here to talk about this Real Housewives of Potomac reunion part 2, baby. Okay, look, I got things to say. I got notes. Y'all know I got notes. I don't know how long this is going to be. I don't know what I'm going to say or how I'm going to say it. But I know that it's the end of this fucking reunion, and I'm glad about that part, okay? Before I get into anything, I want to let you guys know that the badges are on, okay? So that means if I say something that tickles your funny bone, if I say something that you agree with, if I say something or do something and you just feel like, oh my God, I want him to be my best friend, show me that you love me with a badge, okay? Buy a badge, send a badge, have a bitch make a coin while she do what she do, okay? Okay, let's get into it. First and foremost, I want to address Andy and Ashley. Ashley, the first half of this reunion, honey, I was so glad that your hair decided to have a style. I'm so glad that it, like, decided on a particular fucking style, that your hairdresser came out, hooked you up, and was like, okay, good. We are good for the first half of this fucking reunion. Because, baby, by the time we got to the second half, I don't know what's happening in this pregnancy. I don't know if it's the prenatals. I don't know if it's the trimesterage. Okay? All I know is that by the second half of this fucking reunion, this side of your head was fuzzy and poking out. These curls were sad. It was like, bitch, I'm over it. But I was happy. I was happy at the beginning of this reunion that your hair decided to have a style to stick with. Andy, baby, Andy, you was getting on my everlasting nerve, stepping on them fucking shoes, sitting in that goddamn chair. Y'all know how a 2-year-old plays with their good shoes and their church shoes, when they got their church shoes on, and they sitting down and they stepping all over them, and you stop stepping on them goddamn shoes. That's what Andy was doing, and it was pissing me off. You a grown-ass man. Sit right and stop stepping on them fucking shoes. All right, we're going to go woman by woman. Okay, we are at the height of this whole altercation, conversation. This is what I didn't appreciate. Okay, so y'all, we was going back and forth about the Candice and the Monique, and they was going about their sides. We are not going to rehash that. Y'all already know how I feel about that shit, okay? Excuse me. I don't know why my voice tends to go out when I do these reviews. I don't know why. All day long, voice is fine. I get on here all of a sudden, I want to get a frog in my throat. Y'all hear that? Ooh, I need to get my ooh back, okay? Ooh. This is what irritated me. So Monica and Candice is going back and forth, and Andy asked about this fucking song. They brought up this song shit. This song, apparently this song called Drag Queen that Monique got, and apparently Candice was going off about, well, it's about me and it's so disrespectful. And Andy was like, yeah, bitch, that song, I mean, so you write music now? And the caucasity of Andy is just Cohen, is his last name. It irritates the deepest, darkest, curviest fuck crevice of my most inner iridescent ass in this reunion. Because the way that he talks, that he's been talking to Monique, the way that he questions Monique, first, the fuck of all, this is what I think has gone down. I think that the Samuels has let Bravo and Andy know that whatever the fuck you pay Monique, it does not cause a dent in the money that we have. And I think that Andy in his caucasity, okay, got a fucking offended. Like white people tend to fucking do. This is why I always say, you gotta watch your white folks, okay? You gotta watch your white friends who are your bosses and try to get too fucking friendly, because you always gonna do some shit and they gonna always put you in that nigga category. And when you start looking at what they pay you and what they give you as though you don't fucking need it, because you don't, they will switch up on you in a minute. Because when he looked at that girl and said to her, about, oh, so you record music, and she had to remind him, nigga, I was recording music before I became a housewife. So don't try to fuck up my hustle. Okay, don't try to talk down to what the fuck I've done. Okay, I didn't say I was a recording artist. And what pissed me the fuck off was the fact that she told y'all, arrogant, ignorant ass, that the reason the song came to be was because her therapist said to her, what do you do when you have to process some shit? And she said, I write music. So her therapist said, well, bitch, write a song. And that's what the fuck she did. So while Candice is on the other side of this fucking stage trying to tell people or ask the question, well, how come you're bragging? You're bragging. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if I was bragging, if I was mad, if I was happy, I don't care if I was singing Ring Around the Motherfucking Rosie. The purpose of this song, the purpose of this project was for me to process how I viewed things, to process how I felt, so that I could move the fuck on. And that's what I did. And if I felt in that moment that dragging your punk ass was what the fuck I needed to do, then that's what that was. And you just need to get over it. You just need to go ahead and you need to let that go. And I'm upset. I'm going to just say it. And I might be wrong. I'm going to say it. Candice, you still got mama issues, and you trying to blame everybody and hold everybody accountable to this mama issue that you got that you ain't dealt with because you can't stand up to your motherfucking mama. I'm going to just go ahead and say that shit. Because the way she came for Karen, and the way she keeps coming for Monique, and the way she keeps coming for women that she has put on pedestals in her eyes and in her purview, bitch, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay? I am not going to say that I have not seen growth in Candice. But the place that I've seen the least amount of growth is the place where she is able to hold herself accountable. When you hold yourself accountable to the shit that you participate in and the provocative conversation and things that you do to provoke a motherfucking situation, okay, honey, there is no but about that. There is no but. There is no I'm holding myself accountable, but there's no but, okay? A but in that situation means everything before the but is bullshit. That's what the fuck a but means in that type of situation, okay? And I need you to understand that. Miss Candice, okay? I need you, Miss Bissett, okay? I need you to understand that shit. And I want to know why Andy... Well, no, I think I answered my own question. When I was watching it, I wanted to know, Andy, why are you coming so hard at Monique? Like, these questions, the way that you're coming at these questions, like, I don't fucking understand why you coming at her in this manner. And it dawned on me, oh, you coming at her this way because she told you, she told your high uppity white ass that she don't need your fucking check. That's why you come. Because she ain't kissing your ass like everybody else is kissing your motherfucking ass. And y'all, if y'all go back to all the seasons, if y'all go back to all the franchises, I want you to pay attention. The bitches that don't kiss Andy's ass, they don't last long. Okay? And if they do last long, they get to a point where they stop kissing his ass and all of a sudden they retire. Or they stop doing the fucking show. Y'all pay attention to that shit. Candice Pumpkin Pudding Pie, okay? You cannot sit your black ass on this motherfucking couch and continue, okay? And continue to tell people how the fuck they need to feel. Okay? You cannot tell Karen what the fuck she was supposed to feel and how I didn't threaten you. If you felt threatened, you shouldn't feel threatened. Bitch, that's not on you to fucking talk about. And we're talking about the fact that she was upset that Karen apparently called Bravo's production, called Bravo to complain about Candice because Candice told Karen that she could go burn in a fiery lake of hell. And Karen felt like that was an attack. She felt threatened, and she was concerned. Karen pulled the Karen. Okay, let's call a thing a thing. Karen pulled a Karen on Candice. But again, you cannot sit in a space where you want everybody to allow Candice Bissett, okay, to feel what the fuck Candice wants to feel, when she wants to feel it, how she wants to feel it, but then you want to dictate how everybody else should feel, when they should feel it, and how they should. Bitch, that's not how that works. Okay, and I am so over the hypocrisy. I am so over the hypocriticalness of it all. I am so over the hypocrisy, okay? So bitch, stop telling people what the fuck they need to feel. Okay, and shut up. Shut your mouth, boo-boo. Shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth. Moving on. Let's see. When I tell you I completely fucking forgot about Eddie's ass. I don't even know. Half the fucking husbands was it. We had Ray. We had Chris Samuels. We had Chris Bissett. And we had Eddie. When I tell you I fucking forgot about Eddie. They showed a scene where Chris, the white Chris, went to the back and was dapping it up with something. And I was like, who the fuck is that? Is that like his assistant producer? I completely fucking forgot about Eddie's ass. And I don't even know why they asked Eddie to come out. I think that was just for performance values, because wasn't shit that Eddie had to say, wasn't shit that he had anything to do with as it pertains to these fucking scenes. God bless him, though. I mean, he's there and was loving on his wife, and that's all we can ask for. Raymond, the Black Bill Gates, Raymond Huger. You know your black ass had now business. And I mean our business. Talking all that shit and putting your wife on Front Street the way that you fucking did. Okay, for a motherfucker who gets on this stage talking about, I didn't mean to be that fucking open, but then you want to open up the floodgates about the spending allowance or what is it, the stipend that your motherfucking wife had. Nigga, look here. Unacceptable. Okay, and I think that Ray has a problem with letting a thing be a thing. I think Ray, deep down, I think Ray got that little issue where he got to do a tit for fucking titty. And you don't understand, bitch, your wife got to. She gonna win all the time. Okay, so I just thought that was, that wasn't needed. He didn't need to do all of that. Let's get into the Crocs, honey. The Crocs. Chris Samuels. Now, I know many of you are... I know many of you are probably annoyed with Chris Samuels. I know many of you are sitting there like, nigga, we have already discussed this. Why don't you just let it go and move on? And I'm going to tell you why Chris Samuels could not move the fuck on. When you have a 12-hour day, because at the end of the reunion, he said they've been there for 11 hours, okay? When you have a 12-hour day, and you are there for your wife for 12 hours, and you get about an hour, maybe 45 minutes, okay, in actuality, to get on stage with your spouse and say your piece, I don't give a fuck if y'all talked about this shit for 3 hours, 2 hours, or 10 and a fucking half. You ain't talked about it with my black ass on the stage, and I'm going to tell y'all how I feel Chris Samuels went up in that bitch, okay? I feel like Chris Samuels walked in there and said, this is what my gripe is, this is what the fuck I have to say, and I'm going to address it whether you want to hear this shit or not. Why? Because I am not in the show. I'm not a fucking housewife. So I don't get the camera time to voice my gripe. I don't get the camera time to voice my opinion and to voice how this made me feel. I don't get to voice how I am offended and upset and angry about what the fuck y'all had going on. I don't get to publicly in front of the camera protect and guard my wife the way that y'all get to guard and protect each other as castmates on this fucking show. So when I get the opportunity, okay, when I get the opportunity, I'm going to say what the fuck I have to say. And so I don't blame Chris for bringing it all the way back to the issue that he fucking had about this fucking, about this baby and this trainer and this rumor, okay? And I didn't give a damn if the rest of the cast was annoyed. Bitch, he don't have the screen time that y'all do. Y'all might be over it, okay? He's not. Gizelle, with whatever voice I got left on this live, Gizelle, you really need to stop, okay? You and every wrinkle and roll in your neck need to stop this bullshit. This fucking security that you have upon fucking request, over the fucking top. And you ain't gonna sit your black ass, light-skinned, green-eyed ass on that fucking couch and be able to tell me that you honestly think that Chris Samuels is gonna come up and mollywop the shit out of your bright light ass. You know that that man is not gonna put his hands on a motherfucking woman. I don't give a fuck what he said in a live. But y'all bitches, and all of you, and this goes out to bitches of the motherfucking world. Y'all bitches get on my nerve thinking that y'all can sit your asses on a platform or that you can sit your ass in front of a man's face and say whatever the fuck you want to say, however the fuck you want to say it, and expect for that man not to have shit to say back to you. That shit is outro. I don't care what generation you come the fuck from. You are not gonna be able to talk about a man's wife and family and be disrespectful and say what the fuck you want to say, and that man as a man don't get the fuck up and protect and defend his shit. Now, Chris Bissett, that little white nigga with the brown dick, you can say what you want to say about how you let these women handle women's shit. Nigga, we have seen you on camera more than we see your wife. And that's just fucking facts. Why? Because you always in the middle of some shit trying to calm your wife down, trying to get your wife to shut the fuck up, which tells me that you have to insert yourself and be on your wife's team so hard because your wife doesn't know how to do it, which then goes back to the point that your wife might have a problem with this bitch right here. But what y'all not gonna do, not on this motherfucking live. What you not gonna do, you're not gonna be able to convince me that Chris said and or did any fucking thing wrong. And Gizelle, it is women, I'm not going to say it's women like you, but I'm going to say in that moment, it's women who act like that keep black men in danger. Because women want to use this victimization when it works for fucking them. Candice calling, I'm talking about, are you being aggressive? Are you being aggressive? Bitch, no. I ain't provoking nan bitch on the stage. I am speaking what the fuck I see. She don't have no man sitting behind her. Because out of her own fucking mouth, her man is out somewhere lecturing. And if you sitting under Jamal Bryan getting lectured about any motherfucking thing, you probably need to open up your word and read the word for your damn self for real. And have some relationship with the Most High on your own. But you don't get, oh Lord, Father, in heaven, I want you to hear this from my soul. You do not get to treat a man and talk to a man any type of way and expect that he doesn't have anything to say to you. I think that the way that Chris addressed Gizelle was perfectly justifiable. I think that Andy and everybody else on that stage that is trying to gaslight the Samuels, fuck all y'all. Fuck all y'all. Because see, you got to pay attention to some shit. And you got to pay attention from the beginning, in the middle, and the end, okay? You can't have the alpha omega opinion about some shit. You got to look at all that shit that's in between. You can't just be beginning and end. There's some shit in the middle that you got to deal with. And here's the thing. We as a collective body of viewers of this fucking show, we ain't never, ever, we have never seen Gizelle so pressed at a fucking reunion. We have seen Gizelle be able to throw punches and take punches in kind. We've seen Gizelle throw some shit off, but we ain't never, ever seen Gizelle so pressed to the point where you sit there this entire reunion with a stank face and wrinkles in your neck. And that to me is telling. Because what that says to me is that you had an idea of how you wanted to look on camera. And because the Samuels are bringing up shit that did not happen on camera, but happened behind the scenes or happened in personal conversations or personal text messages, now you want to act like, oh, well, that didn't, what did they say? Well, that didn't air on camera. I don't give a fuck if it aired or not. It happened. And it happened during the time that we were taping. And it affected us. And it affected our family. So whether we were using this shit for a produced storyline or fucking not, I'm not going to be able to sit in front of a bitch and act like you ain't said some shit about my motherfucking family. So the whole rebuttal that Miss Gizelle had, talking about you brought it up, bitch, you can take that and flush that shit right down the toilet where the fuck it belong, because I don't believe that shit. Ain't nobody hopping onto that broom with you, bitch, and flying across the moon. No. He might have brought it up on camera. Finish your fucking statement. He brought that shit up on camera. But he did not bring that up into the situation and into the group. Y'all bitches did that. And we got a whole fucking live from Candice's ass on TikTok, on Instagram, check the blogs, where she tells the truth. Where she says, y'all were at that fucking baby shower, Andy's baby shower, and y'all was sitting around talking about y'all wanted to bring this up into the show, and she said out of her mouth to y'all bitches, she said, I don't think that y'all should do that because I don't think it would work for the story. Because it's going to look like it's coming out of nowhere. But she outed y'all bitches online anyway. So don't sit here and act like what the fuck Chris and Monique got to say is just so far out of the fucking blue. So Gizelle, you was out of line. You was out of fucking line. You was doing way too much. And anybody that disagrees with me, bitch, suck it. Because no, you're not going to be able to, you just not, don't get mad at this man because his 30 minutes on the stage, the only platform that he's going to get as a husband to this show, that he's going to want to talk about what the fuck he wants to talk about, which is the most damaging thing that he's been concerned with. So that just blew the fuck out of me. That Gizelle is sitting over there, stank face and wrinkled neck, and she up here cussing and calling people names and telling people to sit down. And then when Chris stood up, for you to tell your security, and your security didn't do a motherfucking thing, okay? Peep this, bitch. You up here telling your security to go make Chris sit down. Let me tell you something. If your security would have done that, your security guard would have had a fucking lawsuit. You hired your security guard to protect you. So if Chris Samuels doesn't come against you, if Chris Samuels doesn't come near you, then that motherfucking security guard better not lay he better not lay a breath on Chris Samuels. And let's be very fucking clear. Chris Samuels did not get the fuck up trying to attack a woman. Let's be clear about that. He got up to address another motherfucking man from across the way that he felt had disrespected his wife. And that's what the fuck he should have done. That's what the fuck he should have done. You would know that because your man is up here cheating on your ass with a whole bunch of other baby motherfucking mamas. You wouldn't know what the fuck that feels like. Allegedly, supposedly. Y'all, I don't do the okey fuck dog. Right is right and wrong is fucking wrong. I don't do the okie doke. And I'm going to tell y'all this over and fucking over until I ain't got no voice, till I'm blue in the fucking face. Don't y'all walk this motherfucking life. Don't y'all journey this road of living thinking that you can say what the fuck you want to say and do what the fuck you want to do, and the people around you is just supposed to react the way that you want them to. You will get your feelings and your face hurt. That's all I'm going to say. Now, I am not condoning domestic violence. I'm not. But I understand why some of these bitches get their faces pounded in when you want to be all of this and doing all of that to your man. Ugh, I can't. On one hand, talk about white, brown, Dick Chris. I rocks with him sometimes, but I also feel like you are as much a part of the bullshit as the rest of this cast is. And so what he had to say in regards to his wife about him wanting his wife back, and of course his wife going on with another fucking tear with a crocodile Karen tear, girl, bye. Talking about wanting his wife back, I get it. And I don't disagree with what he said, but I also feel like, and then of course the whole thing where he was going against talking to Ashley as it pertains to Michael, I don't disagree with what he said. But again, I feel like even as a man, I just, no, I'm not going to disrespect a woman. No, I don't want to go back and forth with a woman, you know, especially if the issue does not involve me directly. But again, if a whole group of motherfucking women got a whole lot of shit to say about me, I'm going to pop. At some point, I'm just going to go for what the fuck I know, and I'm going to defend myself, period, point blank. And edges, and bitch, even though they wrapped up in this rap, I got edges, bitch, to spare. At the end of the day, I want to end this because I want to get to some of these comments. I want to end this with I want to talk about each lady individually, but I'm gonna start with Andy's ass. This reunion, it was very evident to the most layman of individuals that Andy Cohen's caucasity, as it pertains to his Black Housewife franchises, shows up in ways that are both macro and micro aggressive. When he called Karen gal, now he might have said it in jest, but that to a black woman has a very negative fucking connotation, and it is the same as calling a black man boy. And I feel like there are certain questions that he asked that were inappropriate that he would have never fucking asked his white housewife bitches because they white. Point blank and fucking period. Okay? To question the legitimacy of Monique's ability to write music. Okay? To suggest, to question the legitimacy of her career before she was a housewife, I think is foul. To assume that the check that you give, okay, her for the work that she has been contracted and hired to fucking do, to suggest that that is the bulk of what the fuck she has, her and her husband, is fucking disrespectful, because you're not in motherfucking Chris's wallet and you ain't in his motherfucking bank account. Nigga, I don't give a shit if it was 50,000, 100,000, or 100 million that you give in a check. You don't know what they bring into fucking gather. So that was absolute. So the caucasity, the white privilege, and just the racist-esque-ness of Candy Cohen in this fucking reunion, abso-fucking-lutely disgusting. And Andy, your white ass need to go and get some real black friends, okay? That's gonna call you on your bullshit, okay? Because I looks on your fucking page, and the only black motherfuckers I ever see on your page is the bitches that work for you. I said what the fuck I said. Everybody else is about as Snow White as you is. I was disgusted disgusted at the microaggressive racist things that were said and done as an interviewer to these black men and women. It was disgusting. Karen, girl, I expect you to Karen. That's just what the fuck I expect you to do. I expect you to lie about some shit, to cover up some shit, and to back talk some shit, and to side talk some shit, but we love you for it. Okay, it makes good television, and you old. You know, you're older. You're a woman of a particular age. You have a particular generation and a particular upbringing and breeding. And so, does it annoy me? Stop all that jangling! Hey! Up here jingling, I'm up and trying to do a review. Lord Jesus. We expect it from her. It annoys us when we see it, but we expect it from her. And I don't necessarily think that it's toxic to anybody. I just think that it's annoying as fuck, you know, when she does it. But I knew when they asked her about that fucking Monique situation at that wig party, I knew that she was going to say what she said. Because technically, no, she wasn't invited to the event because she wasn't there during the actual event when the event was supposed to start. I knew she was going to say that shit. But at the end of the day, I think that Karen's heart definitely is in the right space. I think that Karen really does care for the women that she cares for. I think at the end of the day, Karen really does believe in sisterhood and bringing women together and uplifting women. But I also feel like when you push Karen into a corner and when you put... Boy, he is going to make me snatch him by that fucking collar. Sit down somewhere. This is such a ghetto review. Oh my God. I feel like if you back Karen in the corner, she's going to retaliate and she's going to give what anybody would give if they're backed into a corner or felt or put into a position where they feel like they have to defend themselves in a drastic way. Okay? James better leave me alone. Okay? James better leave me alone. For all of you who don't know, my dog's name is James. And he's just showing out tonight. Okay? Just moving and grooving and doing a whole bunch of stuff that he don't normally do. I love him though. I would never hurt my baby, but he needs to sit out. Robin, I pray. I really do. I like Robin. Robin is probably my favorite bitch of the group. Since following this franchise. Because I think that Robin, for the most part, is very real. I think that Robin, for the most part, minds her business. And she's good for a good kiki. And she's always together, except for this fucking Bob. We all agree that this fucking Bob should never have a rerun ever on her fucking head. But I really hope and wish that Robin is able to look at this reunion when it airs. Like, I hope they're watching it, okay? And I hope that she's able to see that she needs to be a little bit more understanding and her view needs to be a little wider as it pertains to the shit that goes on within this group. That's what, and I'm very happy for her and Juan. Very happy for her and Juan. Ashley, girl, you navigate your white man however you need to navigate your white man. Okay, because I couldn't do it. You know, and it's a lot of white motherfuckers that hit me up in the DM, and I'm going to just be honest, and y'all can get mad at me if you want to. As fine as some of these white men be, the melanation in my body just is triggered and has red flags that just pop the fuck off because I don't know how to deal with that. So Ashley, you navigate your caucus man and your husband the way you need to fucking navigate your Caucasus ass man, okay? But I will say this, bitch. If we get into another season of this fucking show for which your husband is accused, caught on camera, or alleged to have done some shit, and you don't fucking leave him, bitch, I'ma drag you for fucking filth. I'm going to drag you for fucking filth because you sat your black ass on this couch and you said if he ever cheated on you that you would leave Mr. Michael Darby. And I am holding you to that fucking proclamation. All right? All right. Michael, I hope you enjoyed whose ever wedding you was at so you didn't have to come to this fucking reunion. Monique and Chris Samuels. I loved the portrayal of Monique this season. And here's why. Whether Andy and these ladies want to admit it tonight, the MVP award goes to the fucking production editing room. We give, if I had on the right pants, I would stand the fuck up and give them a standing fucking ovation because production came through for the Samuels tonight. Okay, and for in all these 3-part reunions, production came the fuck through. And production proved every single solitary point that Monique has made. And for the motherfuckers out here who cannot see those points, I feel sorry for you. Okay? This is not about whether you agree with Candice or don't agree with Monique or vice versa. This is about what the fuck it is. What the facts are, bitch. And the truth is the truth without any help from any one of us. Okay? And the truth is that I have seen Monique own up to her actions. I have seen Monique express the downfalls and what she should have done better. I have seen Monique attempt to apologize to this raggedy bitch Candice. Okay, even though we all know Candice is not, was not, and probably will never be in a position to accept said apology. For whatever fucking reason, because you just want to hold this bitch to something because you just don't want to like her, period. Because she whipped your ass at one good time. I have seen Monique be verified in the fact that even when she is not your friend, she does not just go ahead and dish out all your dirty laundry. But make no fuck mistake about it, that when the bitch has to come with receipts, she's not giving you scroll through the phone Jennifer Williams on Basketball Wives type shit. She's coming with a certified fucking letter. She's coming with a good subpoena state U.S. stamped receipt that you can count on, that you can take to the bank and cash that bitch in and get some good funds for. Okay? So I appreciate and I applaud Monique. Number one, for the growth that I have seen in you this season up until this point. And I want to also thank Monique for giving us the single solitary moment that made this season possible. Bullshit aside, from a television production perspective, if Monique didn't whip Candice's ass, half of these bitches we wouldn't be watching. We wouldn't fucking be watching. We wouldn't be interested. So thank you, Monique. Chris, I applaud you for being a husband and a father and a man and protecting your fucking family and being there for your family, regardless of what these other motherfuckers got to say, regardless of how they feel you should have done it or shouldn't have done it. You were a man about your shit. And so I respect that. And whether or not you wanted to hear what the fuck he had to say, he had some valid fucking points. When that baby is 15 years old and they go back to watch this fucking show, or they going to school and some shit pop up on fucking Twitter, you don't know how that's going to affect that baby. And as a father, he got a right to be appalled, he got a right to be angry, and he got a right to be concerned. All while the rest of you bitches is rolling your motherfucking eyes. But yet when it's about your children, then all of a sudden the rules change. Fuck y'all. So I appreciate Chris. Wendy, I didn't like your ass when you walked on the scene. I'm going to just be honest. And I halfway don't like your ass now because I feel like you're flip-floppity. Okay? I feel like you done got some extra news. Now all of a sudden at first you was all gung-ho Candice. Now all of a sudden you in the middle of the motherfucking road and every response you got as it pertains to Monique and Candice is very middle of the road. And I'm wondering why, bitch. What changed? What information did you get? Did you fall out with Candice? Did Candice say some shit about you that you didn't like? But I feel like there's hope for Wendy. I feel like Wendy is going to be a viable cast member. And hopefully, we remember her husband, Eddie. Because I damn sure didn't remember Eddie. I forgot you was fucking married. I thought you was single for a moment. I forgot when Eddie walked out there. I said, oh, she is married and got kids. And Wendy, I pray to the most high heaven, honey. I hope that Yahweh just hears this prayer. I pray that you don't ever again have to bring up your 500,762,1973 degrees that you got. Because, bitch, we got it. You got a degree. Bitch, you's a professor. You's a doctor. Okay? We still don't know what the fuck you a doctor of, but we know you a doctor, and we congratulate you for the PH and the D, bitch. We don't ever have to fucking hear about them degrees ever again, okay? You ain't never got to mention them bitches ever. You have spent an entire season reminding the fuck out of us that you got 4 degrees, bitch. We trust and believe we ain't never gonna forget that shit. Moving on. So don't ever bring that shit up again. And you look beautiful. God bless it. Candice, let me be real, and I'm just speak from my heart, Candice. I really wish and pray that you are able to heal the traumas that plague you, because I am convinced wholeheartedly in my spirit and in my soul and in my heart of hearts that the vitriol that you carry for Monique has nothing to do with Monique. I am convinced that the dragging that you took upon that table hurt something in you that had nothing to do with Monique. I think that it was a physical manifestation of something for you personally that you are unable to deal with. I think that it destroyed and obliterated this bubble and this idea that you could do whatever it is that you wanted to do without a consequence. And you are dealing with the fact, this trauma that you say that you have, this is what I think that it is. I think that it is a psychological blockage of you to be able to deal with the fact that there are consequences for what you do. And you cannot cry or cute yourself out of every fucking situation. And I really feel that there are still some underlying things as it pertains to your mother that you've not yet addressed. And I really, really, really do pray that you are able to heal through, heal past, and heal above what this is. And if it be in the cards for y'all that you and Monique can mend this relationship and grow as sisters and as friends and move forward. But you, if the more you hold on and try to hold her hostage to the space that you want her to be in, you put shackles on yourself too, baby. And I need you to understand that. Okay? I need you to fucking understand that. If you try to hold her prisoner to the monstrous villain that you have created in your mind that she is because of this ass whooping she gave you, you are putting shackles on yourself. Because there is no reason why in 365 fuck days in a year that we can look at Monique and Monique has processed all her feelings and has gotten to a place where she can move on. But you sitting over here about to break the fuck down at the thought of what the fuck happened 365 days ago. And you keep talking about this lie. Baby, what lie? What lie, honey? What lie does she tell? What lie does she tell? And is one lie, because you know, it's the same lie that you keep bringing up. Is the one lie so heavy and so detrimental that in 365 days that in 525,600 minutes, you've not been able to process and deal with and heal and move the fuck on from? So I really, oh, Father God, I really do hope that you are able to hold yourself to a level of accountability that allows you to release the shackles from your soul, heal, deal with the roots of whatever these traumas are, and move the fuck on with your brown dick husband. Blessed be. Chris Bissett. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When you said that you sold that fucking, when you said you sold that fucking restaurant and was doing some catering and some online classes, I hollered in my spirit. I said, oh, well, you took a bitch in who was freeloading off of mama. Now you gonna freeload off of her RHOP check? That just sounded real sideline nigga-ish. And I will also say, I have never, ever, I never heard Candice talk about our children. When they was going back and forth with the Samuels, and he was talking about a blogger that said some shit about his kids, and she was like, our kids. Because, you know, he was back there talking about my kids, our kids. Bitch, if you don't stop, you want to be a mama so bad. Honey, but let me tell you something. I truly believe this. I really believe this. Either one, God is going to block your mother in blessing because you got work to do and you still immature. Or number two, God is going to bless you with a baby and that baby is going to give you all kinds of hell because it's going to be a reflection of the shit that you have done to other people. Just like Ashley had to realize that shit when she became a mama. I'm just going to leave that there. Gizelle. Beautiful, messy, shady, wrinkle neck Gizelle. Bitch, look. You know I fucking love you. Okay? I love you. I do. I've loved you from the first moment that your shady ass hit a fucking camera. Okay, lens. Okay? I love you. I talks about you. I do. I talks about you bad sometimes. I talk about what you dress. Obviously, I talk about your neck. Bitch, it's just because I have to make the people laugh and I know that that's what the fuck they looking at. But here's what I'm going to say to you, baby. Don't be so hard-pressed to be the main bitch on the street that's talking that you can't shut the fuck up and listen to what the streets are saying about you and what the streets are saying about your husband. Okay? I think that this reunion has given you a good, wonderful dose of your own medicine. Okay? Because you have talked about every fuck body on this stage. You have talked about everybody that is no longer in this cast. You have spread all kinds of shit, done carried fucking bones from hither to fucking yon, and done stirred the pot about bullshit that don't have nothing to do with Gizelle Bryant. And so, I think and I feel like as you progress in this franchise, honey pumpkin, you need to go ahead and do some self-reflecting for real. And if you are not still with your therapist, bitch, get back with your therapist. And if your therapist is coddling your fucking feelings, bitch, get another therapist that's going to tell you what the fuck you really need to hear. Okay? Because your shenanigans this season, honey, they do not go unnoticed. Okay? And they do not go unmarked. And bitch, you is not innocent. And all this fake victimization of you trying to have a fucking security guard because you think that some man is going to come across that stage and whip your ass because he said that if he was not a man, that he would dog smack the shit out of you. That is not the same as him saying, I'm going to dog smack. That nigga said, if I were not a man, i.e. if I were another female, and you were saying the shit that you were saying, I would dog smack the shit out of you. That is not a man advocating for violence against women. That's a man letting you know that that type of shit will get you fucked up in the right type of fucking circles. Y'all kill me with this prissy shit. But see, some of y'all ain't never, y'all want to act like y'all hood. Y'all want to act like y'all about that motherfucking life. And then when the motherfucker who is about that life come and address you about some shit, then it's, oh my God, you want to Karen the fuck out. And I'm not talking about Karen Yuga. I'm talking about that caucus white Karen bitch. That, oh my God, I'm concerned. Oh my God, you're aggressive. It don't fly. Get it together. I am very thoroughly interested in what the fuck season 6 is gonna be. Somebody need to, if Andy got any black friends, like for real black friends, not black employees who pretend to be his friend because they still want to get a check. I'm talking about some real black friends who don't need his white ass for shit. I hope if he do got some fucking black, y'all need to get a hold of Andy and let him know your inner racist is showing, bruh. Okay? Your inner racist, your inner white caucus privilege is fucking showing. And we, the people, are tired of it. Let me read some of these comments because y'all have been commenting. My God. I'm sorry I didn't read them as I was going, but I was on a roll. Jay, Mr. Chosen One, says Candice has a history of violent behavior. She held a knife to Ashley. Andy did not dig into her as much as he did Monique. Agreed. And I don't give a fuck if it was a butter knife or not. I cut the shit out of my finger with a fucking butter knife, so a butter knife can be dangerous. Okay, especially if you knock a bitch in the head with it. Chris ain't catering nothing during a pandemic. I'm not gonna deal with y'all. I'm not gonna do that. Oh my God. What it say? Breakfast Timoni says, oh my God, snatch and no release. That's how they were able to get that new house. Thank you, Candice held a knife to Ashley. Monique was a side chick and looked up his net worth living in her car. Wow, and that's facts. Wait, what? Monique was a side chick and looked up his net worth living in her car. You know, I find it funny that people want to bring up whether a bitch was a side chick or not. Like, we ain't never been one. And if you ain't never been one, God bless you. I have been a side nigga before, okay? I knew how to play my motherfucking role. And let me just say, if my shit is so tight as a side bitch that I become the main bitch, you can't be mad at me for that. You can't, because y'all be pressed. Y'all, well, she was the side chick. Well, apparently, bitch, what she was doing on the side was strong enough to get that motherfucker over to make her a main bitch somewhere, somehow. So, I mean, I can't be mad at the hustle. You charge that shit to the game. Oh, y'all is really typing. Okay, let me see. Ingrid Rachel Project says, the road to redemption is paved by penance and self-realization. Monique has done that, and you can see that by herself together. Y'all, let me read this comment. I can't even read it because y'all keep typing. I can't even read it. I'm sorry, baby. Whatever you said, honey. Andy's only black friends are the ones on Grindr. You better get the fuck out of here. All right, I'm gone. Thank you so much for the badges. For those of you who gave badges, I appreciate you. It helps me to continue to do the work that I do, okay? Because I am trying to make this a full-time thing, okay? So I can quit the day job. But I can't do that without your support. So, thank you for the badges. If you are not following me on social media, please make sure that you are following me on social media. Obviously, I am here on Instagram. I am also on Twitter and TikTok at Danyol Jaye. If you are a Clubhouse member, I am also on Clubhouse at Danyol Jaye, and you can follow me. However, I want to make this very, very clear. Some of you search for me on Facebook. I have a Danyol Jaye artist page or public figure page on Facebook. You can follow like that without any kind of confirmation from me. Some of you are trying to add me on my personal page, which is Danyol Jaye Live. If I don't know you personally, I'm not accepting your ad request. And I make that very, very clear. Okay? I make it very, very clear. Because I've had some bad experiences just trying to add people thinking, oh, let me just add people. They want to be my friend. If you are trying to add me as a personal friend on my personal page and I do not know you, you will not get added. I make that very clear. Period. You can follow the public figure page, which is just Danyol Jaye. But if you are trying to add Danyol Jaye Live, If you need to request my friendship and I don't know you, your friendship request will be denied. And I say that for Facebook. As it pertains to Clubhouse. Clubhouse for me is not a platform where I where I do the follow for follow shit. So if you follow me because of my content, great. That does not mean I'm going to follow you, especially if you don't have content that is interesting and engaging. And that's just me being real. Okay? So I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not trying to be rude and disrespectful, but I mean, it is what the fuck it is. Okay? I love y'all. Again, at Danyol Jaye on all platforms. If it says anything other than Danyol Jaye, just them two little words, Danyol and Jaye. If it says anything other than Danyol Jaye, you're not getting added. So don't add that page. Okay? Okay. I will be here probably later on this week or this weekend. I did watch Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and I do want to do a review on Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. So if you've seen that movie on Netflix, yay, we have something to talk about. If you've not seen that movie on Netflix, go watch it so we can have something to talk about. But I want to thank you all so much for your support. I love y'all. I really, really do. I could not do this without the support that you guys have given. And I know that you guys love the reality TV show reviews, the Housewives, and all of that good, great stuff. I can honestly say it has warmed my heart to know that every single part of this reunion has over 5,000 views in my IGTV. So thank you again. Thank you for sharing, for commenting. Make sure that when I post this to my IGTV, please put some of your comments in there as well, because the comments that I see here on the live, they don't transfer over to the IGTV. And some of y'all have really great points that I want to read and that I want to hear. So once you see that this video is on IGTV, please comment, okay, so that I can read it in those comments and engage with you. For those of you who are going to be watching this on the YouTube replay, again, like, subscribe, comment, because the bitch wants to know what you got to say. Okay, I want to be able to engage you. All right. Okay, I think that's all the fucking announcements I have for the day. Outside of that, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. And if I don't see you before the new year, Happy New Year. Please, guys, please be safe. Please, please, please be safe. Thursday is New Year's Eve. You should not be going to any New Year's Eve's fucking party. We are in a pandemic. Okay, stay your asses at home, have a Zoom party, okay, get you some pajamas and a glass of wine and have a fucking Zoom party. If you follow me, what's my YouTube? My YouTube is JSpot TV. If you look up JSpot TV, you can find me, or you can just search in Danyol Jaye. It should pop up and you'll be able to see my channel on YouTube. JSpot TV is the channel on YouTube. But Thursday is Christmas Eve. Like I said, don't go out. Don't go try to party. Don't go try to get cute. Stay your ass and get cute. Stay home. Have a glass. Have a Zoom party and be safe. Okay. If you are gonna go out somewhere for a quick whatever, wear a mask. Social distance. Get some fucking sanitizer. Cause look here. For those of us that have made it in 2020, God bless us. But there are thousands upon millions of people who did not. And a lot of those deaths are COVID related because we as an American people have not done collectively what the fuck we were supposed to do. I'm not trying to lose that many fucking people in 20 and 21. Okay? Ooh, my stomach is growling. I'm not trying to lose that many people in 2021. So look, as I talk about COVID, and here I go sneezing. I ain't got COVID, all right? God damn it. I'm not trying to lose that many people in 2021. So let's all, as an American people, let's do our part, all right? Oh, I got a question in the question box. Oh, I got a comment. Okay, ow. That's all, guys. I'm logging off now. I love y'all, and I will see you later. Smooches!